Hello and welcome to the channel. The Company Army and the East India Company's transformation. The Mughal Army. Structure and composition. Main components are cavalry and infantry. Cavalry means Sawar, horse mounted soldiers, the dominant force. Infantry, Paidal, foot soldiers recruited when needed. Training methods. Soldiers were trained in archery, means tirandazi, and sword fighting. Reliance on zamindars. The Mughal state didn't maintain a large professional infantry. Local zamindars and armed peasants supplied foot soldiers when required. Number 2. Changes in the 18th century. Emergence of professional soldiers. Successor states of the Mughals like Awadh and Banaras began recruiting peasants into their armies. These peasants were trained as full-time professional soldiers. East India Company adopts this system. The company recruited Indian soldiers in a similar fashion. These soldiers came to be known as sepoys, from the Indian word sipahi meaning soldier. Number 3. Decline of cavalry and rise of infantry. Changes in military technology from the 1820s. British battles in Burma, Afghanistan, and Egypt required modern weapons. Muskets and matchlocks became essential, reducing the importance of cavalry. Shift in the company's army. Infantry regiments became more significant. Cavalry numbers declined as newer weapons replaced traditional combat methods. Number 4. Uniform military culture under British rule. European style training. Soldiers were given standardized drills, training, and discipline. British officers strictly regulated their daily routines. Issued first by Indian soldiers. Caste and religious beliefs were ignored in a military organization. The strict military culture influenced with traditional Indian social customs. Many sepoys struggled to balance their military role with personal identity. Number 5. Sepoys' reaction and discontent. Forced to abandon traditional practices, soldiers had to follow British Army regulations, often against their customs. Identity crisis. Sepoys began to feel alienated from their communities. Growing discontent. These tensions eventually led to the revolt of 1857, where sepoys expressed their frustration with British policies. Number 6. Transformation of the East India Company. From trading company to colonial power. Initially, the company focused only on trade. Over time, military expansion allowed it to take control over vast territories. Role of steam technology. Steamships reduced travel time from Britain to India from 6 to 8 months to 3 weeks. This allowed more British officers and families to settle in India. Extent of British control by 1857. The company directly ruled 63% of India's territory and 78% of its population. Through indirect control over native states, the British had power over almost all of India. Visual representation in art. Painting of a Sawar in 1780 depicts a cavalry soldier in the Bengal army of the East India Company, illustrates how the company adopted and modified Indian military traditions. In the conclusion, the East India Company, starting as a trading entity, evolved into a dominant colonial force in India. Strict military discipline and changing warfare technology reshaped the army. The discontent of sepoys due to cultural and religious conflicts later led to major uprisings, including the Revolt of 1857. Key terms and definitions: Sawar, cavalry soldiers on horseback; musket, a heavy firearm used by infantry; matchlock, an early type of gun where gunpowder was ignited by a match; sepoy, Indian soldier in the British Army; tirandazi, archery training;